Hello everyone, welcome back to Third Act Thursdays. We are... Happy Valentine's! Hello everybody, welcome back to Third Act Thursdays and happy Valentine's to all you little thespians out there. Today we're actually going to be talking about Pioneer High School, Chicago.
Yes.
You excited?
I'm very excited. We got to interview them this week, actually today. We got to interview some of the ensemble members and some of the main cast as well. And it was really fun to hear them talk about the show and just how they feel about being performers in general. And that video will be posted in the next few days, so keep an eye out for that.
Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, we're hoping to
whatever Daniela's mental health is saying.
We're hoping to do more of these videos with other schools as the time goes on. We'd love to come to you guys' school and talk to you about your show and do a little behind the scenes sneak peek or, you know, just an extra added words.
Bonus video?
Bonus video.
We hope to also go to your school and talk to you guys and interview you guys because it was a lot of fun. And we actually got to see part of their one act.
Yeah, that was
we got like
so
a
funny. Oh my
sneak peek into their one act and it's hilarious. They have a really, really strong cast.
Like Daniela said, we were able to talk to some of the cast, and I really enjoyed seeing them light up when they were talking about it. And we asked them if they would do it all over again, and they said 100% yes. And I thought that was great.
Well, let the video happen. You don't have to.
Yeah, okay, it was just like a little sneak peek. So we're gonna, as the weeks go on, we're gonna kind of try and create somewhat of a structure as to how we're going to review the shows. Just so that you guys can follow along a little bit better, and you guys can, we can kind of categorize our thoughts for each show. Let's start with the technical elements, I guess you could say.
Yes.
We'll start with the set. I felt that the set was great in size. I felt that it was very sturdy. I felt it was utilized very well.
It was huge.
I just wish that it had been pushed forward slightly, maybe 1 or 2 feet.
I agree with that.
I felt like it would have just brought everything a little bit
closer
together and kind of like we were watching, you know, like a movie, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Because I feel like Chicago is like an old movie. I feel like it would, you know, and I feel like that would have added a little bit more to it. I felt like since the stage was so big, at certain times it was kind of hard to figure out what to look at. For example, in Funny Honey, Roxy was on top of the platform where the stairs were, and downstage left was Amos and the police officers, so you got to kind of see the depth of how big the stage was, and I really, really liked that. They did that several times. They also did it for, I believe, All I Care About, when he comes down the stairs.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. That was great.
I love all those levels.
Yeah.
Those levels were picture perfect.
And it did add levels to the stage, which was good. It reminded me a little bit of the Broadway set, which is similar. It's a lot smaller than that was, but it had, like, you know, the stairs, and there's like a little opening. In the Broadway production, the orchestra's sitting there, but obviously, I mean, that wasn't the case. But it did remind me a little bit of the Broadway set, and I really liked that.
Alright, let me go into the costumes. So, for me, the costumes in Chicago from Pioneer High School were the best costumes that I saw in the fall. To me, they were just stunning. They were so perfect for the set. They were so perfect for the stage. They were perfect for the scene. It was just flawless costuming. I don't know where they found those costumes, but I want one for myself.
Yeah, for real. I felt the costumes too were magnificent. I felt that they
fit the characters so well.
Yeah.
Like Roxy Hart's pink costume.
Yes.
That's the one that I want.
Yes. That was beautiful. I
think me if you have it on my size.
The flashiness of the costumes is what I liked.
Oh, yes.
The contrast between the dark background, the dim lights,
not just that, but the big Chicago sign in the background.
Yeah. The contrast between that was beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Loved that. I loved it.
Beautiful pictures.
For the lights, now that we're talking about, you know, the setting itself.
Yeah.
I felt my favorite parts of the show were the spotlights on the individual characters. So when they had their own moments, it was them, spotlight, dark. That's what I liked. And then if ensemble members were a part of the scene, you could see them, but you knew they weren't the main focus point.
Yes. Because your eyes go straight there.
To the spotlight. I did feel that some scenes, because Chicago is so dark, I guess you could say. I mean, it is about murder.
I mean, it is.
It's about murder and stuff like that. But I felt like certain scenes were too, this is going to sound really funny, but too lit. Like, they were too well lit. Does that make sense? There was too much light at certain points. And I felt, I don't know. Me personally, that's what I felt. I felt that there was too much light. Too lit. Yeah, they were too lit. The transitions between the scenes I felt were smooth. They didn't have many, but the ones that were there were pretty great. I mean, I didn't feel like it was stumbling. I felt the storyline continued to flow. Didn't stop the pace of the show, per se.
I also like the fact that the Bells, their dancers from the high school, brought stuff in character.
Yeah, I love that. One thing I particularly liked was the delivery of the lines for certain characters. I felt it was on point at times, especially with Velma's performance.
Yes.
I felt her comedic timing and the way she delivered her lines was perfect. Everything that I imagined Velma Kelly being.
Karina Ramirez has perfect and beautiful comedic timing.
Yes, 100%. I agree with that. I think it was prevalent in this show. It was the only show that I've seen her in, but it was perfect. The character, she fit the character so well and portrayed her so beautifully on stage. I felt the minute she walked on, she was on it. Like, I'm Velma Kelly, look at me. I'm here to kill my husband and his mistress.
No, but her presence.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Karina's presence on stage, whenever she walks in and whenever she walks out, it's huge.
Yep.
It's so strong. It's so solid. She had it down.
Yep. I agree 100%.
That's why I believe that she should have been nominated for the Palm Awards.
The dynamic between Roxy and Velma, I particularly liked. I think the way they interacted with each other was perfect.
Because they're hilarious together. Yeah,
and I felt that the chemistry was there.
Oh, like
well, I'm better than you. No,
animosity.
I'm better than you. Like, who are you? Like, I'm the star, you know? I really felt that.
I'm the star.
Yeah, I'm the star.
I'm the star.
I'm the star.
Okay. Let's finish this conversation afterwards. Okay, I'm going to read this off my notebook because I'm not good with words. I'm good at writing things down.
Okay, and I'm the opposite.
Okay, for the element of the students understanding what role they were supposed to have or their purpose in a show, I believe that that's very, very important. And I wish that the ensemble would have been more into it. I believe that their job is to keep us engaged in a scene, in a show. And, you know, sometimes it's either the fact that they're not going to be theater majors. It could be the fact that, you know, this is an extra credit for them. But, you know, I wish they would have brought that more. If they would have brought that more, it would have been perfect. So for the direction of it, I absolutely loved that. You know, Charlie Brenner took it upon himself to add more dark comedy into Chicago instead of making it such a dark musical about murder. He brought in some comedy aspects because that's his forte. He brought the comedy in and it was very solid. Okay, now for character consistency. A lot of characters did keep the consistency throughout the show. A lot of the cast members are very strong. A lot of the ensembles are very strong individuals. Their energy was very high throughout the show. There was not one moment that I was like, come on, give me more, give me more. The overall balance of the show was very great. I believe that they had a very solid show.
Yeah.
You know, and it was a high contender for the Palm Awards.
Yeah.
How many nominations did they get?
I want to say 9.
9 nominations.
If I'm not mistaken.
Or more.
But you can check on her Instagram page.
You can. Link is down here.
Yeah.
Overall, Pioneer High School, we absolutely enjoyed your show. Yeah. You guys had a very, very strong contender for the Palm Awards. And we congratulate you on all your nominations. And we hope to see Picnic soon because
for the one act.
That was so much fun to see one of the rehearsals and we can't wait to see.
I wish we could insert that clip of Karina. Oh, fat was get him out, Millie. I wish we could put that in there.
Okay, now we're gonna move on to our Diamond in the Rough. And our Diamond in the Rough of the week is...
I'm super excited. It is Yahaira Jaimes.
Yes!
And I hope I didn't butcher your last name. I'm very sorry if I did. When I heard her sing, I was blown away. She is such a tiny human being.
Yes.
And for that voice to come out of her amazes me.
Beautiful.
It was so...
clear.
Yeah, and it was so like
Broadway.
What's the word?
It's I don't know.
Round. It was like very round and like very. Oh my God! I can't find my words.
Yes.
But it was very, very professional sounding.
Yes.
It felt like she's been doing this for years, and we're just sitting here being graced with this beautiful voice. I was blown away. I was not expecting, especially how she was dressed in the show.
Oh,
I was not expecting that voice to come out of her. Not that that has anything to do with how a person sings, like how they dress on stage, but was not expecting that to come out of her. And it's a big song. It's a big song in the show, so I was very, very pleasantly surprised.
Little fun fact, that was her first musical performance ever.
That is amazing to me. I was blown away, and she's so deserving of this title.
She's a huge ball of sunshine.
Yeah.
And she really radiates on a stage.
Yep. Okay, now we're going to go to our favorite performances. And we also have different...
yes, this week is a little bit different.
Yeah, we also have different performances as well this week. Did you already see mine?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I saw hers, but I wanted her to be surprised by mine, even though she's probably going to see it coming. Okay, so my favorite performance, coincidentally, is When You're Good to Mama, because it is such a big song. It is such a big song, and I think she nailed it.
She absolutely 100%. Did.
There was not one thing about the performance I didn't like. She killed all the notes, and it's one of my favorite songs in the show. So to see her do it justice and then some was just great.
My favorite song that they performed was All I Care About Is Love.
Yes.
I absolutely loved Aaron's rendition of it.
I really did.
I absolutely loved it. And he killed it. He
Yeah.
really blew me away when he sang. I sat in the second row the second time that I saw it. And you know how he comes down stage? He actually came to me and he kissed my hand. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
I absolutely loved that. I guess just being a part of it, you know?
Yeah.
Made me love it even more.
I thought that was cool too, how they added the audience interaction into that.
Yeah.
I thought that was a pretty cool touch.
It was classy. It was very classy. Well, Pioneer High School, thank you guys so much for hosting us and letting us ask questions about your show, for letting us review your show, for letting us use your pictures, your videos. Thank you so much for being so open about it and having a close communication with us.
Yeah, we really appreciate it, and like we said before in the video, we hope to hear from other schools that will let us do the same thing. We love getting to talk to you guys and actually hearing from you, and I think it adds so much more to the experience itself when we review the show. So if you guys are interested in that, feel free to email us. Our email will be down below in the description box, as well as all of our social media accounts. We do have an Instagram and a Snapchat that we just added last week, so go ahead and follow those if you haven't already.
Yes.
And like I said before, keep an eye out for the behind-the-scenes interview with Pioneer High School and the cast of Chicago.
Yes.
We're super excited, and we cannot wait. Next week's video will be covering Mamma Mia from Edinburg High School. We are so excited to review this show. Like I said, Mamma Mia has a special place in both of our hearts, and we can't wait. So we hope you guys tune in next week to see us do that.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye! We also spoke to the director, Charlie Brenner, as well. What's wrong with you?
Your lipstick. There. There's like a huge line.
I mean, they can't. Can you tell?
I saw it up close and I felt like I'd be a bad friend if I didn't tell you.
Did you fix it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to do it all over again?
No, just, I guess we can do the part that we were talking about when I did that.
It's okay, I'll put in the bloopers. Have you just yelled at me off camera?
False.
Because I was being too mean.
Because you're being what?
Because I was spilling too much tea.
That's false.
Wait, mouth pop, please. Don't raise your eyebrows.
It's still higher.
This one.
Yes. You almost poked me in the eye with your nail.
With my claw? You want two hands?